What is one thing that you want all the children that read this book to know?
That your hair is beautiful.
In today's episode, we're going to take on As a child, I vaguely remember hearing popular children's stories about melanated people. They usually included characters named Jack, Jill, or Little Red Riding Hood. As an adult, I now realize how impactful having stories told about little brown girls with curly hair would have meant to me. It would have normalized the beauty in my color and curls. It took years of getting self-knowledge and studying Afro-history to truly understand the impact of the stories we tell our children and how it affects them as adults. This made me wonder if anything had changed for this generation. What do the little melanated children of today have to read and imagine themselves as? Were there any melanated books for kids who looked like I did by people who look like me now? Well, I found some gems for y'all searching. In today's episode, I wanted to sit down with an entrepreneur, children's book author, and my real-life cousin, Kiana Holder, on filling in these gaps. Now let's get it.
So welcome to the show, Aria and Kiana. Can you tell us a little bit about why you guys decided to write this book?
We wrote this book to make something very relatable for young Black and brown children with curly Afro textured hair. It's based on both Aria and I's childhood experiences.
I like when my hair is curly because I like it how it's all the way to my back.
So my name is Kiana. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Toronto, Ontario. I have two beautiful daughters. Older one, she's 7 years old. Her name is Aria. We co-wrote this book together. And I have a little princess who's 3 and her name is Thea.
Do you think there was a gap of Black authors and just people that are talking about things that are relevant to us? Is that why? Does it have anything to do with why you decided to come up with a children's book?
I think we need more relatable books for Black and brown children. I didn't think there was any books out there that really highlighted that messy hair is beautiful in its natural state. Like, we don't really need anything in our hair to make it beautiful. You see, there's a few, like the very popular ones made by celebrities are usually the ones you see in the mainstream bookstores. So for me, I was like, I don't really see anything that I want to share with the kids. But we kind of made our book because we wanted to highlight the messy hair part of it. Because I feel like no one talks about it.
What is one thing that you want all the children that read this book to know?
That your hair is beautiful.
My curiosity is in the process. Like, how do you actually write a children's book with a child?
Started at the beginning of the day with something we both go through at the beginning of the day. Then on top of that, every day we would go through one page. And then just sporadically throughout the day, we'd be like, okay, this is a good idea for the book. So we got our little blank pages of paper, like 20 pages through our little, handmade book.
Yeah.
And with that, we took it to our self-publisher.
Okay, so talk to us a little bit about what self-publishing is for those that don't know.
Yeah, of course. So usually the big name companies, you don't need to pay them to publish your book. You come with an idea. Usually the book is already, you have a rough draft of your book and you bring it to those big companies and you say, okay, will you publish this? That company can say, okay, we'll pay you $20,000 because we think this book's going to make that for the year. Self-publishing is the opposite. You need to pay. And you don't have a book usually. You have to pay to make it. So you could start anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 just to get the book copied, the copyright, the design and everything. They walk you through that process and you have full artistic control. On top of that, with the company I use, we get 100% royalties as well.
Nice.
So the marketing person we use and the self-publishing company we use is called Telwell. How Telwell works is they have everything you need to self-publish a book. You just choose which services you'd like and what you would like to pay for. They are global, like it's not just Canada. They use the same Ingram because it's one of the best printers in the world to print the books out. So it works everywhere.
Wow. I mean, this is, y'all better listen because I didn't even know none of this. Jeez. I want to know for you, what does it mean for you that you were able to share this experience with your daughter and have a published book that you can reference?
Definitely amazing. It doesn't even feel real because it was so hard to get to this point. But I'm really thankful for the team we had working with us, because even though me and Arya drew the outline of the pictures, we did have an illustrator who came in and just made it really beautiful. So it took us 2 years from idea to publishing on the market.
To know now that there's so many options available at this point that are self-published, that are, you know, you can kind of do it on your own time, like you said, cuts your excuses. Like there's no more excuses. If you're gonna do a book, do it.
One thing I learned while working on the book is patience.
Tell us.
When it is finished editing, you might have to do another round because everyone misses something. And because it's just gonna be shown all over the world, you want it in its best condition.
I love that you did it yourself, which is mainly why I wanted to bring you on the show. Our children, they are learning through what we give them. And so the fact that you did this with your daughter, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Is next for me and Arya as authors. We definitely want to make another one. We've received such positive feedback, and we have an idea for the next couple of books we want to make. So we're just thinking a series for sure. I don't know if we're going to directly relate it to my beautiful curly hair, but it's going to be a part of the same world and the same little girl, just carrying it on. I kind of want to tackle different issues that we face.
Thank you for writing such an amazing book that helps young girls and women to connect to young girls, especially with curly hair. And I will leave all the links below for you guys to check out.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Blackologist Takes On, and be sure to subscribe for new episodes. Until next time, always remember to be smart, be safe, and be well. Bye.